Good morning, Doofus. Good morning, good morning. Yes, we are here in Civilization 5. Now, listen, I wasn't planning on this, okay? I know, this is probably... I don't know if you're going to be interested in this or not. The server is down in Minecraft, and it's too early for me to mess around with it. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it'll reset itself in a few hours. I'm kind of... I was gonna go play Skyrim again, but I was really just in the mood to play Civilization. I just downloaded a mod for Civilization that allows you to play the actual world map with the actual starting locations of your civilizations, which you can't do in the original game. So I figured I'd test it out with you just for this episode. All right, just bear with me. We'll go back to... let me know. Let me know. We'll go back to playing Minecraft in a few days if you want. But I've been playing a bit of Civilization this weekend here, and it's been a while. So I figured, well, since I'm playing Civilization again, might as well involve my dear brother. So why don't I get started? There isn't going to be much going on for the first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes is mostly going to be me sending these guys around to explore the island. These are my little warriors, and these are my little settlers, which are going to found London over here, I think. This looks like a good spot on a hill. And then these guys are going to start building farms and whatnot. So here we go. I figured this might be good because, hang on. Alright, ruins explored. Thank you, settlers. That's not usually your job, but thank you. I figured this was a good game to play because I've been meaning to talk about colonization for a while now, and what better game to talk about colonization than... I think you guys are just going to stay there. What better game to talk about colonization than by playing Civilization 5 with England? Yes, this is England. One of the bonuses, I believe, for England is the sun never sets. Ain't that true? Although I guess it ain't true anymore. The sun does set on the British Empire now, but mostly because they don't have an empire anymore. Ooh, copper. Alright then. Yeah, this is a pretty small island, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to expand. Is there anything else here? Aha! Yes, there is. Okay. Oh, and these guys, I guess we'll be building a farm right here. Oh, maybe right here. Let's build a farm right there. Next turn. Yeah, I saw your episode. I liked it a lot. You're a very cynical fellow, my dear brother. Very, very cynical fellow. Wait, first let's found London. It's all the way over here. This isn't really where London is, but... You know what I should have done? I should have built it here. Shouldn't I? Okay, that's better. That's better. Let's settle London in here. I think their shadows will go away after a while. Yep, there you go. Alright, these guys can go here again and build a farm. These guys can go here. Alright, so, as I was saying, I was talking to Dad the other day about, what was it, some film project that he was working on, and he was insisting, not to me, but to someone else, he was insisting that, no, America does not have an empire. We don't have an empire. No, of course we don't. And, for sailing. And it was just seemed weird to me. I didn't really say anything, but come on. America doesn't have an empire? Really? Really? And now that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I guess, I'm going to ask you my question of the day right now, because it's a good question. I might answer it a bit too, but is that necessarily a bad thing? Is it a good thing that we have an empire, or a bad thing? Are empires good things or bad things? I mean, England arguably doesn't have... Oh man, I'm getting all kinds of riches. England arguably doesn't even have an empire anymore. But you could make the case... I need to go up here. But you could make the case that... Well, France doesn't really anymore. France doesn't really, although to be fair, the reason they don't have an empire, but they still have vested interests abroad, and that's part of the reason why they are really the ones who intervene arguably the most after, you know, the very big powers like the US and China. France intervenes quite a lot, and the reason is, you know, it's historical. I mean, they have vested historical interest in Mali and Ghana and the places like that. So yeah, see, the beginning of this civilization game is tactics more than strategy. It's you got nothing else to do. These guys are going to be building this for a while. This thing is going to take 12 turns to build a monument. I mean, you know, it takes a while. Slow-moving game. But yeah, France still has remains of an empire. I guess so does England, really. You know, England still wields quite a bit of influence in Ireland and in Australia and places like that. But the real empire is America. And if you don't believe me, just look at how many military bases we still have in places like Germany and Japan. And I mean, it's actually, I'm not sure about Japan, but we still have a bunch of military bases all over the world, everywhere in Africa. I mean, a bunch of places. Philippines, obviously. And yeah, is this, how bad of a thing is this? Is my question of the day. You know? I will admit I am a bit cynical, and I am wary of first world nations extending the hand of friendship to less well-off nations. It seems to me that this is always in the interest of the first world country, and not so much the the nations that are being helped, if you will. What should we do for England here? Liberty or tradition? These are the two real ones that you should worry about. Tradition is best for a tall empire, and by tall I mean few cities, high populations in the cities. And liberty is best for a wide empire. Civilizations with very many cities, but not so much population in them. And I usually go for tradition, and I think that probably makes sense for England, because we have very limited real estate here for a while. So we're going to need a lot of population in our cities. Alright. Close. Ah, yes. Oh, this is fun, actually, being in England. It gets kind of weird playing England, or actually, to tell you the truth, I've never actually played England. I've played Japan a lot, and it gets weird playing Japan somewhere in Europe or North America or whatever. Yeah, now we're heading up to Scotland here. I wonder if we could have any city-states. There must be somebody in Ireland. There must be. Alright. But yeah, empires, look, and I know, you know, I saw your video. The question of the day was very cynical, and to be honest, I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time blaming people who have little power. We'll get to this in another episode. I mean, you could, sure. You could blame all of us for the climate change crisis, and you could blame all of us for continuously not voting, or voting for idiots, but, you know.
The meek shall inherit the earth, but not its mineral rights.
Cool, I didn't know that was awesome. Secrets of an advanced technology. But let's spend some time talking about the harms and the goods that empires have wreaked upon the world. Who needs orders? Oh, these guys need orders. Still no barbarians, huh? Because I can see, I mean, when you play this game like Civilization, you can really see how advantageous it is to have an empire. You really, really understand it on a fundamental level, and I don't blame countries like England and France, and even Germany a little bit, for attempting to do it historically. But here's the thing, we don't live in the Middle Ages, we don't live in the 18th century anymore. This is the modern world, this is the world of independence, of you know, self-determination and stuff like that. I mean, I really think, oh, that's the end of it. Okay, pretty small island. I think I might found Glasgow up here, and then that's about all I have room for. I'm gonna have to conquer Ireland as soon as I can here. Okay then. So yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time here because this is gonna get pretty boring. So, aha, they finished the farm. Okay. Why don't you build another farm? Yes. Yes, build another farm. Here. Yes. I think that the problem with having created these empires that we have, and now in the 20th and 21st century relinquishing them, the problem we have is that the countries that were part of the empire who now have independence, it is very, very hard for them to have real authentic independence, not just in terms of who they vote for, but in terms of let's get down here again. Not just in terms of who they vote for, but in terms of economic independence, especially economic independence, intellectual independence. Look at, I mean, oh my God, look at the vote. Look at this vote. Did you see that? I mean, look at this vote. They've been part, I mean, the history of Scotland with England is long and bloody, and I can certainly understand why they wanted to be independent, but they overwhelmingly voted yes. Because they're part of the empire, whether they want to or not, and it's, face it, it's in their advantage to be still part of the UK. Economic advantage, obviously. And political advantage as well, you know, not necessarily intellectual advantage. And you know, you look at some of the ancient old colonies in Africa, and you look at some of the old colonies in Asia. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to stop being to throw off the influence of your old colonizer. It's really hard, and it leads to all kinds of problems. Or does it? Is it ultimately better for a country like Tunisia, right? Or Morocco? Was it better for them? Or even Algeria? I mean, Algeria is tricky, but was it better for Algeria to be part of France? You know, I'll think of all I know what you're thinking, but think of all the highways that were built. Think of all the schools and all the trade opportunities and they skipped ahead a bunch of steps in the civilization ladder thanks to France. And you know, then there was a very, very bloody war, and you know, Tunisia still has issues with their intellectual, you know, staying clear from France and all that. So it has its price. I guess what I'm asking is the price worth it? Is it worth it to be under the, you know, the tutelage of an empire? Alright, so let me play Civilization for a bit, because I'm lagging. I've never done this. Yeah, sure, sailing. Military and fishing pearls. Okay, alright. I'm England, I should probably do Civilization, unless I have any luxuries around. I got that, but I got mining, so... Oh, I need trapping. Where's trapping? Trapping is here. Okay, we'll do that after. Okay. And we got a monument. I don't actually need a scout, do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, maybe I'll build a scout later. Let's get a settler. Settler or granary? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna end my video here. It's been a while. I saw your video. I very much enjoyed it. Even though you are a bit distracted. Oh, these guys have already moved. You were very distracted. That was funny. I would suggest maybe playing Terra Firma Craft right now. You can always come back to your Tropico game, because it's been quite a few episodes now, and so maybe maybe change it up. Maybe do some Terra Firma Craft, start a new game. I would very much enjoy that, but it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you do that. You do that, my dear Doofus, and I'm going to sit here and ponder whether I want to build a scout or a settler. See, the problem is the scout would be very, very good, and all my advisors are telling me to build it, but the problem is they need a ship to be able to explore over here. How do I get ships? Have I already done that? Sailing, calendar, sailing. No, I need sailing. So it's gonna be 19 turns before those scouts are useful, which means I should probably build a settler. Yeah, okay, let's build a settler. All right then. Well, hopefully this was coherent. I didn't give too much thought to this. I went to bed early last night. I was going to do it last night, but then I went to bed early, so I got up early this morning and knocked out a video. Let's see if we can see Ireland from here. Well, we can, but we can't get over there. I think they're joking. I don't think I can actually go. Yeah. Okay. That's the last mission. Alright, so, yeah. Let me know what you think about Civilization. It's kind of fun. It is a lot more fun when you have more than one city and you're encountering other nations and stuff. France is going to be a big pain in the butt. Napoleon is down here. He's a real pain. And then Germany is going to be somewhere over here. And they're a bit further away, thank God. Germany is the real enemy here. But alright, well anyway, I'm going to play this a little by myself. Yeah, have a nice Sunday, my dear Doofus, and see you on the next episode of DufisTalk.